This market is very, very crazy right now. And I know a lot of buyers are trying to purchase home. And what's going on with buyers in this market is that they are going against multiple offer situation because there's no inventory out there in the real estate market. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how to win multiple offers. Hi, my name is dipo.phillips. If it's your first time on my YouTube channel, welcome to my YouTube channel. Each week I'm going to talk about buyer tips, could be seller tips, could be about the real estate market, could be anything real estate related. And all I ask in return is for you to like, subscribe, leave a comment below. The first tip is a buyer letter. You're a buyer and this is your dream home and you I want this home. And what you do is you write a letter to the seller and let the seller know that who you are. And you could raise a family or why you want this home. Anything you could think of to put in this letter so you can give it to the seller because you want the seller to know that this is the home of my dreams. What can I do to be the new homeowner in his home? So a buyer letter is a great way for you to win a multiple offer situation if the seller accepts it. The second tip is having fewer contingencies. So meaning fewer contingencies is basically in the real estate purchasing contract, there's a lot of contingencies in the contracts. And another thing what you could do is to win a multiple offer is telling the seller hey, I would want to waive my home inspection. But this is something that you shouldn't do as a buyer. If you purchase your home the first time, you want to have a home inspection and make sure everything's up to code. But sometimes a lot of investors or people who want to buy a home outright and want to buy as is, they will say, hey, waive home inspection, we have our team or whatever who could purchase this home because we have a crew who does inspection. So that's another way for you to win multiple offers if you have fewer contingency in the purchasing contract. The third tip is shorten your escrow time. Because usually when you're a buyer and you purchase a home, it'll close between 30 to 60 days. But if you're a buyer and you got all your documents on time and you talk to your lenders hey, is there a way that we could close this home within 3 weeks? If the lender and the underwriting, and if there's a way for you to close a home in 3 weeks, that could be a great way for you, the buyer, to win a multiple offer situation. And if that works in your schedule and you close in 3 weeks, and if it works for the seller, and if it's okay with 3 weeks, that's the best way for you to win a multiple offer situation is shorten the time frame for the escrow or for you to close on that property. A fourth tip is put in a large earnest money deposit. And usually for buyers, depending on the MLS sheet, will let you know what the minimum amount to put for earnest money. And I always tell buyers if they want to win a multiple offer situation, put a larger earnest money deposit. Because what it does is lets the sellers know that you're very serious to purchase a home and this is the home of your dreams that you want to buy. So if you want to win a multiple offer situation, you can put a large deposit under earnest money, and the money the seller gets is not something for the seller. That earnest money, what it does is going to go through your closing costs for the amount of money that you need. So don't think that, this money that I'm going to put down, that the seller's going to keep it. They use that money to closing costs and your fees at closing for you to purchase that home. The fifth tip, escalation clause. As you as a buyer, this is another way for you to win a multiple offer situation is having an escalation clause in the contract. What an escalation clause, what it means is that you as a buyer, you're purchasing a home and you let in the seller and the seller agent is that any offers that come in will beat it by $1,000 or more. So $1,000 would be an example. So $1,000 or more. So for example, if the offer in this property that you put in was $315 and the late at night someone put offer for $320, basically what it says is that your offer will be $321 because you have the escalation clause on the contract. And the seller agent will let you know, hey, this home came for 321, you have the escalation clause. Do you want to buy this property? And you can say yes as you as a buyer or no. So just to let you know, there's another way for you to win a multiple offer situation is an escalation clause in the contract. The sixth tip, work with the sellers. You as a buyer, you want to purchase this home. This is your dream home. Everything checks the boxes on your wish list. But you need to find a way for you, the buyer agent, to communicate with the seller agent and the seller to see if all you guys could be on the same page. Because if you can find a way to work with the seller and the seller likes what you're saying in the offer and you're agreeing to terms, there's a pretty good chance that you might have a chance to win a multiple offer situation. But it's all about the seller, what the seller wants, and if you guys could agree to terms, then you could win the offer to purchase this home. The seventh tip is make a strong offer. You're a buyer, you want this home, this checks all the boxes on your wish list, and if you want to win multiple offers, you gotta make a strong offer. You can't do a lowball offer because you think that I'm gonna throw this amount and let it stick to the wall and the seller is going to attract it. Because with this market right now, inventory is slim pickings. No inventory, it's a seller's market. Demand for buyers are out there, rates are low, and everyone's flooding the market. So as your buyer, you want to make a very strong offer. You need to find ways to be creative with your buyer agent for your offer to be selected. So if it's a new property and it's $300,000, for example, you want to make an offer of $300,000, or you might want to do over list price. And also too, sellers do take buyers very seriously if they, have a very large deposit of earnest money. So usually as a buyer, if you want to win a multiple offer situation, make a very strong offer that the seller will be like, ooh, this is very good. I like this. I'm gonna have to go with that buyer. Thank you very much for watching this video. I've talked about 7 tips of how to win multiple offer situations in this hot market. Because I know here in Denver, the market out here is very crazy. Prices are skyrocketing, inventory is low, and there's a lot of buyers out there. And if you're a buyer watching this video and you want to win multiple offer situations, these are different ways that you can win multiple offer situations to win that home of your dreams. So thanks again. And all I ask in return is for you to like, subscribe, leave a comment below. And guess what, guys? I will see you soon.